This is 21 Fortnite items you're lucky to own. Starting this video off, we have Rust Bucket, which was a free back bling that came out in Chapter 1, Season 3. It was only in the item shop a few times in April of 2018. So if you have it, you're extremely lucky because we never saw it return again. Next up, we have the Battle Pass Spider-Man skin from Chapter 3, Season 1. Because this was the Tier 100 skin in this Battle Pass, it can never come back. What's so amazing about this skin is how many different styles it has. The main Spider-Man style is based off the comic book Spider-Man, and there's also a few super styles that came with this skin as well. My personal favorite style that came with this skin has to be the symbiote suit. It's a sleek black design and it's just so clean. So if you never managed to unlock this Spider-Man skin, then that's pretty unfortunate because he will never be returning again since he's locked behind a battle pass. The next item on this list is Pig Skin, which is a football toy that was actually free in the item shop. We haven't seen it return in over 2,086 days, and Fortnite for whatever reason stopped coming out with these toys and we never saw many return. And the Pigskin football toy so happens to be the rarest toy that was in the item shop, so if you managed to get it, you're pretty lucky. Next up, we have the Heartspan glider, which was another free item that was in the item shop, except with this glider you could only have it gifted to you, so you actually needed a friend or someone to gift it to you in order to get it, which actually makes it pretty rare because I bet a lot of people didn't have a friend that could gift it to them. And I remember I had to ask a bunch of my friends to gift this to me, and I eventually was able to get it. But I do think it's a pretty cool glider, especially for Valentine's Day. We also haven't seen it return in over 2,074 days, and the next Valentine's Day isn't for a few more months, so even if it comes back, it's gonna be a while. Next up, we have a few of the starter packs from Chapter 1 and 2, like Yellow Jacket and Iris, which were from Chapter 2, and Laguna, Cobalt, and Ace from Chapter 1. There's obviously a bunch more, but these are some of my personal favorites since I remember when these packs came out, and since a lot of these were actually exclusive to their seasons, they're probably never gonna come back. So if you manage to get any of these skins, consider yourself lucky. A music pack you're extremely lucky to have is the Fortnitemares music pack. The reason why may shock you because the music pack was only available for 24 hours. It was released in the item shop on October 31st, 2020 and was last seen 1,450 days ago. This music pack was only ever seen in the item shop once, which is actually insane, but maybe we could see it return for this Halloween for Fortnitemares. But if we don't, it's just gonna continue to get even more rare. So if you somehow got this music pack, you're extremely lucky. Just like if you own the Among Us back bling and the Distraction Dance emote, you could have bought these in the item shop, or you could have bought an Among Us add-on in the Epic Games store. But it's actually been 850 days since we've seen it in the item shop, and Among Us was such a fun game, so having one of these little crewmates as a back bling is just so cool. But I think if Among Us ever becomes really popular again, we could see a return one day, but who knows. Next, we have the crew pack skins. You're lucky to own any of these because if you have some Marvel skins like Wolverine, Zero, and Loki, and there's a DC collab skin, Green Arrow, as well as a few unique styles of skins like Chaos Origins and Drakon Steel Hybrid, and much more. That's why it's lucky if you own any of these because they're never going to be available again, which is just like the OG Peely skin, which was in the Battle Pass in Chapter 1 Season 8. This is one of Fortnite's most iconic characters at this point and has so many remakes of it. There's about 14 different Peely skins that are all unique variations. So if you never got the original Peely skin, I kind of feel bad for you since he's just such a cool and iconic character to Fortnite. So it's just a must-have in your locker. The next item on this list is a Star Wars emote, Jedi Training, which is the only Star Wars emote that appeared once and never again. There's so many Star Wars skins and emotes that come out frequently, and this was one that just hasn't come back. It was a free emote in Chapter 2 Season 1 that you could get by completing challenges, and it's been almost 5 years since this emote came out, so hopefully they bring it back one day since it's literally a Jedi Training, which is just so iconic to Star Wars. Xander, Redcap, and Rainbow Racer were all Refer a Friend skins, and they will never come back. They were free, but you had to level up 50 times and complete a bunch of quests in order to get them. Rainbow Racer came out in Chapter 2, so it's been over 3 years since we last saw it, so you're very lucky to own it. And Xander and Redcap came out somewhat recently, but even they are starting to get pretty rare. Now we have the Welcome and Go Home emotes, which were exclusive emotes for the Season X event. Even though Paradigm accidentally returned to the item shop, I don't see this happening for these emotes unless another accident happens. Laugh It Up was last seen 880 days ago, and the reason why this emote hasn't hasn't come back for so long is that people would use this emote to be extremely toxic towards other players. And Fortnite actually added a feature to hide this emote from being shown on other players' screens. Because of this, we'll probably never see it come back. So if you have this emote in your locker, you're pretty lucky. Next up, we have Jackie, which you're lucky if you own this outfit because she was unlocked by reaching gold rank in rocket racing in chapter 5 season 1. It was a free skin and you could never get it again. And also, no one really played rocket racing, so I don't think anyone even got this skin. So if you have her, you might be extremely lucky. You're also pretty lucky if you manage to get Kratos or his Leviathan axe, because it's been over 1,300 days since we've seen him in the item shop. This is one of the most wanted Fortnite skins, so if you snagged him, you're so lucky. His Leviathan axe is also one of the coolest pickaxes in Fortnite that a lot of players really want. So let's keep an eye out for his return, and hopefully you don't miss out on him this time. Next up, we have the Merry Mint axe, which was a GameStop exclusive where you got a code for it after spending over $15. This was an exclusive pickaxe in chapter 2 season 1, and we'll probably never see this pickaxe return because it was an exclusive that you needed a code to unlock it. If you manage to get this pickaxe, you have to subscribe. Now we have the Mr. Beast glider. This was only unlockable by placing above the top 100,000 participants in Mr. Beast's Extreme Survival Challenge. This was a tournament set in creative mode, and this glider perfectly matches with the Mr. Beast skin. But if you didn't place above the top 100,000 players or miss this event, you can never get this glider again. The next emote on this list is Out with the Old. This was a New Year's emote that came out on December 29th, 2020 and was last seen January 1st, 2021, which was 1,388 days ago. You're lucky to have this emote since Fortnite is never bringing it back. It's an emote celebrating the 2021 New Year's, so it just doesn't make sense for it to return. So if you manage to get it, you're pretty fortunate. In chapter 2 season 3, if you logged in on July 28th and 29th, you could unlock the Verve emote, which was given for free. But even though it was free, not that many people managed to get it. I think this is a pretty cool emote, so it's pretty unfortunate if you miss out on it. Now we have the Aquariax. You could unlock this pickaxe only in chapter 2 season 7 from the best friend challenges, where you have to play 50 games with a friend to unlock it. So that makes it really rare, since I don't think anyone even did these challenges. And it's also a part of the Slurp series set, which is pretty cool. Now we have the Get Funky Music, which is one of the rarest music packs in Fortnite. It was last seen 1,900 days ago and was only ever in the item shop 3 times, and that was all the way back in 2019. So if you managed to somehow snag this emote when it was out, you're really lucky. That was actually the last item in this video, so if you enjoyed this one, you'll probably like the next one on screen now.